Well, howdy, and welcome back to TUTV Sports. I'm Alex Reed.
And I'm Sam. Our TU basketball teams were in action. The Thunder have hit their midseason stride, and the NFL has finally crowned a champion. Let's jump right in.
The Tulsa men's basketball team endured a tough stretch at the end of January. After falling on the road at Cincinnati, the Golden Hurricane hosted 17th ranked Houston, who had only lost once so far this season. The Cougars would pull away in the first half and win the game 77-65. 3 days later, Tulsa played Memphis at the Reynolds Center in what proved to be a more fruitful outing. Daquan Jeffries enjoyed a career high in points with 25 to lead all scorers. The Golden Hurricane would cruise to a 95-79 win over the Tigers. Tulsa traveled to Wichita on Saturday looking to pull up another conference win. It was a close game, but the Shockers would pull away late to hand Tulsa the L, their fourth in the last 5 games. The Hurricane need to get back to their best this weekend when they host Temple at the Reynolds Center on Saturday.
The Tulsa women's basketball team is in urgent need of good form. After falling at home to Cincinnati, the Golden Hurricane traveled to Houston to take on the Lady Cougars. Tulsa fell victim to a huge second quarter from Houston as they recorded 30 points in the frame. The Lady Cougars would beat Tulsa, who would then shift their attention to a meeting at home with Temple. The Hurricane held a lead in the second half, but the Owls rallied for a win on the road at the Reynolds Center. The Golden Hurricane would then travel to Memphis. Desperate to change their fortunes, Tulsa stormed out to a lead, but the Tigers would fight back late. The last 5 minutes were a frenzy. Memphis would eventually take a lead with 28 seconds to play and hung on, sinking Tulsa to their 5th straight loss. The Golden Hurricane will have 2 games at home this week, capped off by a home game versus Tulane on Sunday.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are absolutely rolling. Since beating the 76ers to break out of their short skid, Oklahoma City has now won 7 of their last 8 games. Paul George has been averaging close to 34 points a game during that stretch. His talismanic performances have put him in the discussion for Defensive Player of the Year and MVP, though he will face tough competition for the latter. Russell Westbrook has broken out of his slump and is averaging a triple-double over the course of this win streak. The former league MVP is on pace to average a triple-double for the 3rd consecutive year. The Thunder are now within touching distance of the Nuggets and Warriors at the top of the Western Conference. Oklahoma City will play next on Thursday at home versus Memphis.
Well, if you missed it, Super Bowl 53 was contested this Sunday at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. The matchup between the Patriots and the Rams was one that promised to be a classic. Both teams, who boasted explosive offenses, could only muster a total of 6 points through the first 3 quarters. The Patriots would finally score the game's first touchdown with 7 minutes remaining. The Rams couldn't respond in time, and the Patriots would claim their 3rd Super Bowl title in 5 years. Julian Edelman was the game's MVP, catching 10 passes for 141 yards. The defensive duel produced the lowest scoring title game in NFL history with a final score of 13-3.
Man, that halftime show was so disappointing.
It was.
The worst I've ever seen.
It was very boring.
I mean, there was Maroon 5, there was Travis Scott, Big Boy. I know none of them. Give me Blake Shelton. You know, give me some country singers.
You're right.
That's all I'm asking for.
You're right. Looks like they're cutting us off, Alex. You can wrap us up.
I'm Alex Reed.
And I'm Sam. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for watching sports.